When I first learned and implemented this in my life, I hated it. I didn't like it at all. But once I finally understood it, I loved it and it changed my life forever. See, we all want our lives to change. We all want better things in our life. We all want more. To be able to live in a life without fear, without doubt, without that imposter syndrome, saying that you're not worthy, you're not worth it, you shouldn't be where you are. We all want to live without that. But the problem with wanting to live without that is that our society is built upon that. It's built upon knocking you down. So what the hell do we do to deal with that? One thing that I did and implemented a few years back, and honestly, it changed my life forever. And this is why I want to communicate this to you, and this is why I teach it to my clients, is because once you change your energy, everything around you changes. And that's why initially I didn't like it. Because once I changed my energy, once I increased my frequency, my vibration, I became a higher level or more positive frequency, everything around me started to change, started to shift. Certain things and people started to drift away or got cut off altogether. And that's why I didn't like it. All this stuff left my life. So when I was that young, that's what defined me. That's who defined me. Is who my friends were, what I did, my social status, my job, my career. All that stuff defined me. Or so I thought. When I started to change what I thought about and wanted to attract in my life, and this is very key. Once you change your thinking up here, everything starts to change and shift around you. Now, it might be a gradual change, but it's going to start happening. The floor underneath you is going to start to vibrate, and you're going to start demanding more from yourself and more from the people around you and the things around you. And that's what starts to shift. Certain people, certain things, your career, your hobbies, they don't align on that vibration anymore. See, it wasn't until I figured out that what I thought of, what occupied my mind, is what got attracted to me. You can call it law of attraction. But what I thought about is what came to me. So when I thought about the bad things in my life, I attracted that to me. When I didn't want those bad relationships, those women who cheated on me, call me bad names, took money from me. I didn't want that, but yet I kept thinking about it, which means the universe kept bringing it into my life. What you think of is what you attract, and I attracted that. So it wasn't until I said, enough is enough. Like, I hate living this life feeling broken, beat, battered, and just worthless. I hate this feeling. Let me change it, and I did. And I started with changing the way I thought. Increasing my frequency, increasing my vibration to a positive vibration. So everything I thought of, and trust me, I waver. I still waver to this day to where I think about negative things. But now I've learned to control that. I've learned that I can take that thought and change it into something positive. I've learned those techniques, and that's what I want to share with people. That's what I want to share with you. I share with my clients. This is how we were able to change and transform our lives into the lives that we've dreamt of and to the people that we aspire to be. See, when you're living in a state and living in a life of a high vibration and you're attracting high energy, you're living in a state of joy, of acceptance, of just happiness. And no, it doesn't happen all the time. It doesn't just happen. You have to create this. And not only create it, you have to keep it going. It's a continuous cycle that you have to constantly work at. And I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass right now. I want to tell you how much work you need to do. It's a daily thing that you need to do, but dues need to be paid for the things you want in life. You want success, you need to work in a successful manner. If you continue to think in the same way you are, anger and despair and fear, resentment, all of those emotions are low vibrational, low energy emotions. So when you live in that area, when you live in that energy, you attract that to you. And I've talked to clients that tell me, no, I don't do that. I don't think in that manner. I think only the best. If you truly did that and believed it, not just said that, I think Tony Robbins said it to where You can say, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy with a scowl on your face. It doesn't mean you're happy. So if you're thinking that you're working in this positive and higher level vibrational energy, yet your mind and your body, your muscles, everything else are tense and they're living in the low vibrational energy, that's where you're going to live. Everything about you, the whole body, spirit, everything needs to be on that same plane. Otherwise, it's not going to work. And I feel that's where a lot of us delve into the imposter syndrome type of behavior, is because we want to live on this plane, but yet our minds, which have been riddled with society, with our family, our friends who have great intentions, but in their own way beat us down to where we don't aspire. They set up shop in our minds, and we allow this with negative information, negative comments, negative feedback, negative critiques. We start to believe that those negativities, what they see us being, we see that as reality. And that's what's hard when we have this imposter syndrome, that we want to live on this plane, but we can't because all of this is holding us back. You need to shed that baggage. And it takes time, it takes work, it takes effort, discipline, consistency. So at this point, you might be thinking to yourself, okay, John, I get it. If I want to succeed, if I want a better life, if I want a happier, healthier, more joy-filled life, how do I do it? How do I get there? And it's simple, but you need to be willing to do the work. And again, I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. If you're not willing to do the work, you're not going to get to where you want to go. So if that first part isn't there, you might as well change your goals, change your aspirations, change everything about you, and live in a low vibrational frequency of energy. But then don't complain that you're there, because you're allowing yourself to be there. You do the work each and every day consistently, and it might seem boring, it might seem mundane, but that's the price you need to pay to get where you want to go and live the life that you want to live. So how do we live in a high energy, high frequency vibration? We do meditation, mindfulness activities. We work on our gratitude. We go out in nature. We do a thing that I like to do called grounding. The energy that you'll have will attract greater energy to you. These aren't myths, but they're not sexy. That's the problem. It's the problem with a lot of us, is because we can't go on our social media and every day and say, hey, I'm meditating today. I'm doing gratitude. I know there's people that do it. I put stuff out there as well. But it's not flashy. It's not the Lamborghinis, the $1 million, the mansions, the side hustles that I see everybody do. Because it's that magic pill that we all want to take to make something happen like that. There's no magic pill. There's no magic formula. It's work. Attracting high energy people or things, careers, hobbies isn't hard. It takes time. It takes effort. It takes your willingness to do it day in and day out. Schedule the time to meditate, to be mindful, to think and talk about your gratitude, to walk in nature, to ground yourself in the present moment so that you can build up your positive energy. What you think about is what you attract. Change your thinking. Think about the things that you want. Don't think about the things that you don't have, or the things that you regret, or how somebody hurts you. Forgive. Forgive them. Forgive yourself. Move on. Live in a high vibrational tone. If you're still feeling a little bit lost and you still want to be a high vibrational, high energy person and attract high energy people, I invite you to click the link in the description and set up a free conversation with me. Absolutely free, no strings attached, to get you started on the right direction, to help you to live the life you've always dreamed of, a happier, healthier, more joy-filled life.